guys again. Take two. Let's try to get this part 3 up and running, okay? Because yeah, the stream was completely unstable before, so I restarted my router and we will see if this remains stable this time. But that means that I'm going to be restarting the temple from the beginning for the sake of having a complete stream without any interruptions. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. That's what happens when you keep switching controllers, when you play multiple systems at the same time. Yeah, he always ends up hooking onto these vines, so I might as well just go and pick it up that way. Duracell, how's it going? Had a good day? That's good to hear. I'm glad I got the bigger one sword early. Feels so satisfying to slice these guys. Ah, that guy keeps respawning. At least it doesn't curse you the way that I had imagined. Ah, shit. What do you think of the Nintendo Paid Online? Well, I was trying it out earlier. Well, on Resident Evil Revelations, and it's just the same as when we didn't pay. It hasn't improved in the slightest, as far as I can tell, as far as how reliable it is. So, so far, pretty underwhelmed. I guess it feels more like NES Switch Online more than anything else at the moment, and the selection of NES games is a bit underwhelming itself as well. I mean, there are games in there that I absolutely don't care about amongst the NES games. There's probably a third of the games that I do intend to play perhaps at some point, and like the 2/3 of them I intend to never play them at all because I'm not interested. Like all the sports games. NES sports games have aged very poorly, so have absolutely no nostalgia for them. Yeah. It's a pretty underwhelming offering so far. I hope they add more interesting NES games, like, very soon. If anything, the selection that is on the NES Classic should have been the thing with which to start, pretty much. But I guess they do intend to sell more NES Classic units. So that would have been a bit counterproductive at that moment, but that's the thing then. Nintendo shouldn't, like, compete with their own system by releasing these things right next to the Switch. If it's going to be only about the NES games. Or mostly about the NES games. Should have kept the online free and just made a paid NES game service. Well, yeah, because that's really what it is at the moment. And they can say all they want about how they added, like, more games to the Nintendo Switch Online app. This thing shouldn't even exist in the first place. The NES Online app. I feel ripped off by this thing. Its very existence is a ripoff. And I don't think it would be that hard. That was funny. And I don't think it would be that hard to make it like an OS-wide feature to add voice chat to the system. The only problem would be, like, actually connecting headsets to the system when it's docked, pretty much. Like, because it might require, like, a Bluetooth dongle or something, because the Bluetooth of the system itself might not have the bandwidth to support controllers and headsets at the same time, perhaps. But I think the Discord guys said themselves that they wanted to work with Nintendo if Nintendo wanted help with working out the kinks of getting a good audio chat system on the Nintendo Switch. But Nintendo would probably not want to relinquish the rights to their own audio chat system. They wouldn't, like, let Discord do it for them, and Discord making money in the process of Nintendo's back. That's not a Nintendo thing to do. To entrust that sort of thing to a third party. No. I doubt it. I think they've learned their lesson with Sony about trying to work with a third party on one of their platforms. Since Sony tried to rip them off with the rights to the PlayStation add-on, to the Super Nintendo, so no, I don't think that's ever gonna happen again. Which works against them, but, well, just got the 12-month online. Yeah, I paid for 12 months as well from the outset, simply because without it I could not play RER Resident Evil Revelations online anymore. Because it was a requirement for me to keep playing my favorite game, so I didn't really have a choice. Yeah, that's the same things with the game you like. Yeah. Yeah, if it's a game that I really need to play, when it's the one game that I'm really good at, I kinda need the online for that thing. No, 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 Link. Nope. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Oh yeah, but I need the boat to get that chest. Ah, that eerie music to this temple. So good. I like how it sounds like Link screams or something, but with a different pitch added to them. In the music itself. Ah yeah, these corridors. This corridor is all twisted. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling.
Watch out!
There's a treasure chest here. Yeah, but how to get to it? Come on, lower your guard. Yay! The fairy bow. I wish you could skip these texts. I don't need an explanation. I know what it is, right? Is this the way I came? Yeah, I think it is. Oh yeah, that's right. If you lock onto them, they disappear. I think it's 4 arrows, perhaps. It's 4 or 5. No, it's 5 then. Yeah, it was too close to the wall. The camera didn't really know where to position itself. still need a compass. Yeah, I was too close already. There's only one left. Three more. 2. Hey Marzi, yep. I can agree with that, yeah. I quite like this one. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely ranks high, that's for sure. Favorite Zelda temple ever, as well as the best temple music. How's it going, Marzi? How are you feeling today? Awesome, I hope. Ba-da-ba-ba. You're okay-ish. It's better than bad, I guess. Yeah, I need another small key for the door at the end of that twisted corridor, as I recall. Yeah, that would be nice if I wasn't already maxed out on rupees. Doing pretty good, thank you. I had a decent night of sleep yesterday, and all afternoon I felt like more tired than if I had that, than when I don't have my... Well, let's just say that I felt worse this afternoon than if I had a good night's... than if I didn't had a good night's sleep. For some reason, but well, that's how it goes, I guess. Can't do anything about it. Koji Kondo, masterpiece music. Yeah, there isn't really any bad track in that Zelda game. The whole soundtrack is amazing. Back when the game came out, over here in French-speaking Europe is what I should say, the official Nintendo magazine offered a 4-tracks soundtrack CD of Ocarina of Time along with the magazine for free, which I believe is the exact same CD that they got in Germany, because it was all written in German on the disc, but I still have that one. I guess it's sort of a rarity now. It's not the full soundtrack to the game, but it has 4 tracks on it. You should look it up online, actually, one of these days, to see how collectible that might be. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Yeah, I think I have it right there on my shelf, actually. Should have a quick look at this. After I'm done killing these guys. Oh yeah, no, there's another treasure chest in this room that I have to find. Okay, give me a second. think I have it right here. If I can find it, that is. Yeah, I have it right here. It says Hyrule music from the original Zelda soundtrack. That's the front box art to this thing. Yeah, 1998. Yeah, the title of the tracks are written in German on the back. Yeah, I got that with a magazine back in the day. I think I never used to buy the official Nintendo magazine, at least not that often, because it was quite pricey if you wanted to save money to actually be able to buy games, and N64 games were already expensive as it was. But that one I got just for the CD. I guess these little presents that they offered with magazines were sometimes some really nice incentives for you to pick up one of these things and perhaps trying to get people to get hooked to their magazines. Hey RB. Yeah, I couldn't get started earlier actually. That's the main reason. It's our first time seeing it, Marzi. I don't know if it was ever distributed with any other magazine anywhere else, but I know that here it was pretty common at the very least. You got a few CDs off Nintendo magazine. The Smashing Life was one of your favorite. Well, see, that's one that I haven't heard about for that reason. How are you, RB, by the way? We did get the Zelda one too, just had a bunch of tracks of various Zelda games. Okay. I should clean that actually, because it still has the box, the jewel case of that CD that I have still has the glue from the magazine stuck to it, because I didn't know how to get rid of it back in the day, but now I have my own tricks for this. Now that I know from watching YouTubers that WD-40 works really well for getting rid of glue on that kind of glue. I should take some time to clean it up one of these days. Can't remember what's in there. Treasure chest. Well, the hand. They're called wall masters, I think. I think in the original Zelda, that's what they were called, because they came out of the walls. But here they come from the ceiling, so... Good, thank you. How are you? Not tired so far? You might fall asleep soon, though. Well, me, no, I'm not too tired. It's only 9:30, so... you might fall asleep. Or were you talking about me? No, I might not fall asleep soon, no. That's unlikely. Seeding masters, maybe. That's kind of what they are, isn't it? Well, I guess I should head back now. No, not that way though. Where was I? Where was that? Where did I come from? Ah, yeah, because I dropped from the ceiling into that small room where I was just now. Okay. Okay. Makes you think of that hand in Adam's Family. That's funny you should mention that. My mom was watching this just last night. I was like, you don't even like Adam's Family. Why are you watching this? The one from 1991, I think. Yeah, well, and the one with Raul Julia in the role of Gomez and Christopher Lloyd in the role of Fester. Nanami was a long day. Ah, okay. Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, she was just watching it last night, so I watched bits and pieces of the film with her. Ouch. I don't like this little bit of backtracking that is kind of forced onto you in this dungeon. Because once you get the bow, you have to backtrack to get that key and then come back here and do the whole thing again. Although you don't have to fight, I guess, but it's still kind of inconvenient. No treasure chest in this room, no? I hate that they respawn so quick. Well, it's not a matter of speed, it's just a matter that you leave the room and so they respawn. That's all there is to it. Okay, now let me think. If you go back through there, it leads you back to another room you've already visited, but there is no point in doing so. It's so bright this evening with this full moon outside. Oh, for you? Pretty sure I can't see it outside my window over here. It's been overcast all day. And we've even had like a small tornado hitting the area this weekend. There was in a town right next to mine, well, more like a village that is dependent on the same of our bigger town where I live, where the roof of a small building where they had the how do you call that again, on a football pitch, well, the place where the footballers like changing rooms or something. I don't know how you call that in English. I can't remember. Well, the roof just flew off because of the tornado. It happened just yesterday in the afternoon. Vestiary? How do you call that? It's not called vestiary. It's something else, but I just can't remember the word now. Yeah, I remember this. I have to get the fake one out of the way. activity around here yesterday. Pretty scary though. You normally just see this stuff on the news. Yeah, usually, yeah. Well, a couple years ago it happened in this area as well. Because I remember walking my neighbor's dog in the woods right by my house. And being there when a storm broke out and just branches from the trees falling everywhere, and it was pretty scary. I just had to get out of here, out of there pretty quick. They were not like huge branches. I wouldn't have gotten like one on my head and be knocked out or anything, but it was still pretty scary. Okay, now there's only one left, I think. I haven't even been really paying attention to what I was doing this whole dungeon because I'm in the autopilot mode pretty much. I remember everything that you have to do step by step. Gotta pay attention for the one that is spinning. This one. I think the first time I played this game, I didn't even notice. I was just trying randomly to try to get it, because I wasn't going in first-person view, and not even noticing that there was one that was like doing a little twirl. That gives away its the fact that it's the real one, the one that you should be shooting. Now let me think. Okay, it's one that is in front of a red carpet. Probably the one at the other hand over there. Yeah. One in front of a blue carpet. This one maybe. But I still have to... Where is it exactly? Here? Yeah. Don't know if it's open already. I think that should be all of them. Yeah. Okay. And normally, I shouldn't have to move it again. I think that's the last one. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of dark inside this dungeon. I realize it's kind of hard to see, but it is for me as well, so... Now, playing this thing with headphones on is the best way, because you can hear where he's coming from, which painting has the real one. because you can tell from where the sun is coming from. This one is the red one. It's way easier when you can tell where the sound is coming from. Oh, come on. Yeah, with the big round sword it might be harder. No, another stab. Yeah, you want to play it like that? Yeah, the bigger round sword already does twice the damage of the Master Sword, and if you make a jump attack with it, it does like 4 times the damage of a regular Master Sword slice, so... Hey kid, you did quite well. It looks like... Oh shit. You have defeated all of my Phantom, and the fight the real meat won't be so easy. What a worthless creation that Ghost was, and it will banish it to the gap between all dimensions. Piece of heart. Now I shall be able to play the shooting range minigame in Kakariko Village, the one that is in Gerudo Valley, since I already unlocked access to that area. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come, because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. I will stay here as the Forest Sage and help you. Now, please take this medallion. You receive the Forest Medallion. Saria awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. Saria will always be your friend. Is it her? Talking about herself in the third person? Little elf. Brum. Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprouts. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot. Have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri, you are actually a Hylian. I'm happy to finally reveal the secret to you. Some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. Why not make a Zelda about that war? We want to know. One day, to escape from the fires of the war, an Indian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. So Link was born during the war, so the war must not have happened too long ago then, I guess. There should still be traces of the war, but I guess, yeah, games were too simplistic looking at the time for that to happen. The Deku Tree could sense... Oh, didn't even get to read. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now finally the day of destiny has come. You are a Hylian, and were always bound to leave this forest. And now you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Link, break the curses on all of the temples and return peace to Hyrule. Will do, will do. There's no rush, is there? The world can wait. First, I want to have fun. Yeah, that reminds me, I still have to go back to the Dongo Cavern to get the last remaining Skulltulas from there. Oh, but before I do so, I have to go back to the Temple of Time to unlock the possibility of being a child again. Playing as Child Link. Or Kid Link. I think... How do they call him in Smash Brothers again? I think... Is it Kid Link? Or Young Link, perhaps. Yeah, it might be Young Link. Oh, but now that I have this, the bow, I mean. Do I have... Yeah, I have 3 empty bottles. So I should be able, in theory, to collect all the big poles and get the last of the bottles. I think I'm gonna do this next. And there's another Skulltula that I can get now near Ganon's castle. Yeah, so there's that one, plus those in Dodongo's Cavern, plus the shooting range, minigames and stuff. And then getting the big paws. Yeah, that's quite a few things that I could do at the moment. More like side quests. Side questy stuff. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage. But there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. The time will come when you will have to return here quickly. I will teach this to you for when that time comes. The song to return you to the Temple of Time, the Prelude of Light. You have learned the Prelude of Light. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Link, we shall meet again. Yeah, but I won't be doing this just yet. But I will have to come back though. So yeah, let's go to Kakariko Village. I'm probably gonna struggle at this, at the shooting range, because these joysticks are just way too sensitive. Or it's more like the apps. I don't know if I should say that there is a dead zone. No, there isn't. But it's like you barely press it, and it's already as if you were like pressing it all the way forward on the N64. I don't know if it's a quirk of the emulation that they were using at the time, but it makes playing some of these older games a bit harder than it needed to be. Ooh. Ah! Well, I missed two. Ah! How frustrating. Ah, well, I already missed two. I get to keep trying for free, but I'm getting nowhere fast. Oh, that was complete luck. That was not luck though. Always the same result. Well, I knew that I would struggle anyway. Ah! It just moves too fast. I barely touched the joystick and Oh yeah, horseback archery is going to be even harder. But I have to do it though. Well, if I really can't do it, I will switch over perhaps to a GameCube controller, even if it's just for a couple minutes. I would play all the time with a GameCube controller if only it didn't have these big ass motherfucking analog triggers on top. Ah. Because these analog triggers on the GameCube controller are not very comfortable to play games that, well, do not require analog triggers. It's alright. I didn't mean to try to get them now anyway. Fix the bridge. Ah, yeah, but that's because I saved them from the fortress. Yeah, that's true. Well, I didn't mind when it was broken because it was epic every time I could see a Epona jumping across the canyon. Well, she's still not there. How come? Or does she appear only after you're done doing a certain dungeon or something? Because I assumed before that the reason she wasn't there is that because I didn't already have the bow, so that they took this as a security measure or something. But now I'm wondering if perhaps by sequence breaking the game, I perhaps locked her out. Because I think I already did try on the 3DS and that didn't have any negative consequences, but maybe here that will be the case. Well, I hope not. Ah, no, there she is. Oh, okay. Okay, see, she only appears if you already have the bow. Okay. Which normally by the point where you play this part of the game, you should already have it. But anyway, they took like measures for her not to appear, so that you cannot obtain the bow illegally that way. 1,000 points. Okay, well, let's try this. I may struggle, but... But this is not aiming, this is just timing. This, however, is a lot harder. Because I need to do 1500 after this. Well, it wasn't all that bad considering, but I should be able to do a lot better than this. With the correct controller. Fantastic, you are the ultimate master. I will give you this item. Once you have this equipment, the only thing left to improve is yourself. Now you need to do it again. for a piece of heart. 1500. Okay. I think this is heavily compromised already. Yeah, it's already impossible to do to score the amount of points required. Do I have a GameCube controller nearby? Nah, I don't even have one near me. Ah, shit. Yeah, alright, I'll try again then. I'll just insist for a while, and if I really can't do it, I will have to look harder for my drawers. Okay, well, this is still possible. No, it's not possible anymore. Well, at least I get to try again. Well, that's a good start. Okay. But just barely, though. Just barely. Oh, she did give me a piece of heart before, or what? What did she give me before? What was the reward the first time? Wasn't it already the quiver? Because I didn't really pay attention. I was talking and not paying attention to what she gave me the first time. What happened just there? I thought she already gave me that before. Or was it the piece of heart the first time? It was a piece of heart? Ah, thank you, RNG Buzz. And hi. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, because I wasn't really paying attention. I was just talking and not paying attention to what she gave me. It's a relief. Okay. I should pay more attention. Thank you. Okay, now I should try to catch all the big paws. I never know how to pronounce this. Pose. Ah. Never remember where they are. I think there was one in the area over here, but... Ah, well, there it is. Ah, yeah, but if it goes inside the wall, though... won't appear again, will it? Hello! Yeah, it can be very frustrating looking for them. Yeah, I may not get another shot at this straight after. It's alright, I'll look for another one if I have to. Wasn't there one somewhere around here? Okay, trying to remember now. I think there are two, like in the trees over there or something. Yeah, naturally. Can I get it to spawn again? Yeah, it is definitely not my favorite part of the game, that one. Especially since I can't always remember where they're supposed to be. It's like, there's always one, like, at the end that I have a hard time finding. Like, when I've got 9 and I have to find the last one, it usually is the hardest. Because it's never clear where they are supposed to be appearing. It always seems a little bit random. Like, the area that you had to pass through to trigger their appearance is not really clearly defined. Or at least that's how it always felt to me anyway. Because I think there's two in this area here. Like, or that might have been the only one then. Okay. Ah no, there's the other one. Well, that makes. Oh no, I can't. That's true. I only have 3 bottles. I can't take it with me. But at least I know where it is. So I guess that's not so bad. Probably speak to him first, though, because I had never spoken to him before. Oh, you brought a paw today. Very interesting. This is a big paw. I'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man. Hehe. Yeah, it's another big one. Blah, blah, blah. takes at least 4 trips, since the maximum amount of bottles that you can have to do this quest is 3, since the 4th one you get for bringing 10 of these. I think there was one right around here, I think. It's a good thing I have a good memory. And then there's that other one that I couldn't get before. Come on, get on the horse. Tried to get it from the same angle because it wasn't too hard to get from there. I gallop from the middle of the trees and in that direction. Okay, now there are 5 left. I think I know where at least 3 of them are. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there is one that's supposed to be around here, I think. Around this wall. Okay. Back to Hyrule Castle again. There's one towards the east here, one by the ranch. There's the one I couldn't get earlier because it fled inside the wall. I'm still 1 short, I think. From all those that I can still sort of remember. I don't want to have to look up a walkthrough for this. If I can help it, I'd rather not have to do this. Okay, so that's 6. I can remember 1, 2. Oh, wait. No, I think I have all 4. Normally there is one that appears just as you gallop in this direction. No? Maybe you have to follow the path for it to appear. There was one. Okay, now I'm going to try to get the two hardest ones that remain, and leave the one that's by the entrance to the range for last. I think it's when you run past that tree that appears on one. No? There is one here. I saw it before, so. There it is! It always flees inside a wall. That's so frustrating. got it from a better angle this time. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the one that I hate the most. The one that is by the entrance to Kakariko Village. I just don't like it. I don't like the weird spot in which it spawns. The next one I'm probably gonna have, like, to shoot when it's really far away from me and I might miss it. Yeah, I know where the two that I'm still missing are. So yeah, I won't have to look up a walkthrough. I'm happy about that. I'll try to get it from here. If I can. Oh, I'm happy. Oh, I got it. Whew. Okay, the last one that remains is an easy one. Come on, hop on the horse. Do you get something by giving him a certain amount of pulse? Yeah, the 4th empty bottle. If you want to have the complete inventory in the game, like all the possible items that you can get, you have to do this quest. And it's not my favorite. Because of all the back and forth that it involves. Don't release it, Link. Not after all the efforts we went through. Oh, you brought a pole today. Very interesting. This is a big paw. I'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man. Hehe. Yeah, you have to bring him all 10 that are in the game, basically. There's only 10 of them. The sad part in this is that since I'm already maxed out on rupees, all these rupees he's giving me are going to waste since I can't carry any more than I already have. You never knew? You've played this before, RNG. You've played this game in the past? Okay, and the last one is right here. And it spawned right inside the wall, but that was my fault. I didn't... The way that the horse was looking towards wasn't exactly ideal. Okay, that's the last one. I have all of them now. It's been such a long time since you played this. Well, maybe you don't remember it then. Or it depends if you've never, like, tried to get absolutely everything in the game before. It's definitely not a first for me. I've done this quite a few times. And every time I replay this, I just have to complete it 100%. Wouldn't feel right for me otherwise. Wait a minute, wow. Yes, back then I feel like I wouldn't complete it 100%. Well, when we were younger, if it was too hard, we wouldn't try too hard, I guess. Young man, you are a genuine ghost hunter. Is that what you expected me to say? Because of you, I have extra inventory of big paws, so this will be the last time I can buy a ghost. You're thinking about what I promised would happen when you earned 1,000 points. Don't worry, I didn't forget. Just take this. if I play it now, though, oh boy. You've become quite the completionist over the years. I know I am. Especially with older games like these. I just have to complete absolutely everything. At least, unless there is a challenge that is really much too cumbersome or too boring for me to do, then I will have to try my utmost to complete it 100%. There was one such example recently when I played Ys 8 on the Nintendo Switch. There was one challenge that I simply didn't want to even try harder because I already spent like 5 hours trying to finish completing one thing, and I just couldn't. It was just too hard, so I stopped trying. Yeah, pretty much, or salty try hard, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing then, yeah. Well, that's what I was just saying, yeah, it was just too salty. I just couldn't pull it off, and it was just getting on my nerves. Because everything else in the game, like the map said 100% completion, I found absolutely everything else in the game. It's just getting an S rank on all the challenges in Ys 8. That was just too damn hard. And the rewards weren't exactly really worth it inside the game either, to be honest, so that didn't help. I did participate in all the challenges and got an A rank at the very least, but S ranks I just couldn't. There were one or two of them that were just too hard to get an S rank on. Okay, I'm gonna try to... I don't know if I need the long hook shot to get the last two Skulltulas in this place that I couldn't get before. I know they both require the Scarecrow song, and at least one of the two versions of the hook shot, but I can't remember which one. I don't know if the one that I have right now will suffice. It always bothered me that this thing goes back up every time you exit the dungeon that doesn't get saved. That irks me. Because you have to watch this thing every time. And that reminds me, there was a treasure chest that I never got in this dungeon, so I have to go back and try to get it. And it might require the long hook shot. Yeah, I should have known. But the other one I might be able to get to. So since I'm here, I might as well try. And obviously my platform has left me. I want to get up to that platform to get to the treasure chest. Okay. That was fun. Hey, Panda. Hi there. How are you, my friend? This is what I didn't do last time. Yeah, the one that's over there, I think I might be able to get to. on. Perhaps I wasn't close enough? Okay. Okay, but that leaves one golden sculpture that I still have to collect from this place. But I need a long hook shot, so I can't right now. Which means that I'm going to have to blast off these flower bombs once again. It gets old. Well, okay, no, that's for teleporting to the woods. That's not the right one. This one was a mistake. Yeah, that way. Well, at least this place is as clean as it ever was, despite no one caring for it anymore. All things considered, when you see what the outside looks like. So, now I can finally get that golden Skulltula over there that I couldn't get before. Now that I can go back to being a kid. I needed the Song of Storms, but this is a song that you can only learn as an adult, so you have to think of even coming back here as a kid. And the game gives you no reason to even come back to this place, so it's kind of harsh. Yeah, not only that, but there is like no hint whatsoever. Well, unless you have the Rumble Pack, obviously. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need insects like these, so I should put some inside a bottle. Because now that I have the Bolero of Fire, I can teleport inside inside the volcano. Yeah, I was gonna say this is the infamous cave where you can glitch this thing out. Like, get the token, get back outside, and so that it counts, but when you come back it's still there, and so you can get infinite golden Skulltula tokens that way. But I'm not going to glitch again. I know where all 100 of them are, so I don't have to cheat to reach 100. That is not a requirement as far as I'm concerned. Let me think now. What else? Well, the volcano. Link, it's so hot in here. We can't stay for long. I know, but I'm not here to stay. I don't even need to pick them back up because I won't be needing those for a while after this. Now where to? I guess I could go back there because I'm thinking. Yeah, you could do the thing in Kakariko Village where you also had to use the Song of Storms. And get the Lance of Truth. I think that's what it's called. And once I have it, I can play this mini game that is only open at night, because you can cheat your way through it with the Lens of Truth, because you can see the inside, the contents inside each chest. And there's a piece of heart at the end. Yeah, it should turn night into day, so that I can step outside. And then, yeah, there's this thing with the frogs as well that I can do. Actually, I'm going to be doing this one right now. And then I think I can remember where the last two remaining pieces of heart would be. They would be in the desert, but that I won't be able to do until after I'm done with the water temple. They should give me one piece of heart for playing the Song of Storms, I think. And I think they give you a second one if you play their mini game that is only unlocked after doing this. Wow, that melody is so cool, Ribbit. Singing in the rain. Oh, what a feeling, Ribbit. Please take this as a token of our froggish gratitude, Ribbit. Alright, see you, Ribbit. Yeah, I'm only missing 4 now. Look at us, we're all huge frogs. We are the world famous, fabulous 5 froggish tenors, Ribbit. Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us, Ribbit. Yeah, it's not easy, that one. I may have to look through my archives because I had a way of... No, there was a much simpler way. What music do I like? What do you mean in general or only in video games? I'll be back. I'm not even leaving the room. I'm just taking my binder over there. Alright, I'm back. Music in general? You like my Jack t-shirt? It's not, well, it's a hoodie, but it's not a shirt, but yeah, it's a Nightmare Before Christmas hoodie, yeah. I got that while I was in Disneyland. Ah, sorry. I got that one when I was in Disneyland Resort Paris, and to answer your question, I like, well, any type of rock, hard rock, metal, or that sort of thing. Well, actually, I listen to a lot of different genres. But I don't necessarily like every band or every artist in every different genre. But normally, usually if it's metal, then I will automatically like it. So that's my favorite genre of music. I'm looking for my binder because I had the list of inputs that you have to play to get through this little mini game more easily. I know I have them somewhere. These are my notes from when I was a teenager. Got a huge binder like this, all video game notes. Rock on. And stuff I printed from the internet as well, like the Metroid Prime maps and that sort of thing. When I was way, way younger. What did I do with my Ocarina of Time notes? The only thing, though, is that there is no, like, sorting system in there. It's all mixed together. Maps for Tales of Symphonia. Made by myself. Jesus Christ, where did I put this? Because I don't want to have to play through this thing, like, genuinely. I know I did it before, but that's why I took down notes, because it's simply much, much easier that way. Would you be interested in joining a Twitch community? You're thinking about starting a group? And what would that be for a community? Because I'm not too clued up about that sort of thing, I'm afraid. Like, what would the community be about? Because I don't mind at all. Ah, good lord. Rudy, you should invent a sort of sorting system for this thing. Basically just support and hosts and raids. Yeah, I think I could do that, yeah. That sounds fun. Like you would like to create your own then? Like create one from scratch? You were part of one and your channel was growing quickly, good thoughts. And what, like you're not part of it anymore? Ah. Okay, if I can't find it... Oh, Jesus Christ, I even let the thing go into sleep mode. No, it was disbanded. Oh, that's sad. Let's hope nothing similar happens to the new one then. But yeah, once you create it, just let me know, tell me what I have to do, and I'd be happy to help. Because like I said, I'm not too clued up about this sort of thing, and I'm sure it would help if I got to know a lot of that kind of stuff. I feel that it is essential knowledge, and unfortunately, I don't know enough about all these things. And if I want my channel to grow, I should definitely get to know about that a bit more. Passwords for SNES games, yeah, maybe that's around here. I'll be right back into the game, just a second. As if it's not these last few sheets of paper, I don't think I'm ever gonna find it. I can't find it. Shit, I'm gonna look it up. That's a good part of the group, asking questions with people that may have more experience, and I'm not saying I'm experienced, but I have streamed for about 2 years. Yeah, I definitely have not streamed for that long. I'm gonna look it up. I have notes, but I just can't find them. I'd like to see a list of the inputs, because it's way easier when you just know the list of inputs that you have to play, because it's always the same. Or I could write them down again, but I don't feel like it, to be honest. List of inputs. Froggish tenors. Fabulous froggish tenors. Or if I have to write it down again, I will, but... And I feel like, yeah, I'm not gonna find the solution. Okay, well, I will have to try again then. Okay. Let's do it the legit way then. Let me find a pen. Okay, I've got one here. A. Okay, the first one is A. A. Left, right. A, left. Right, down. A, left, right, down, left. Yeah, you barely get any time to react with this thing. Left or right, down, A. And then down again. A. And Then down again. You're just too quick. Right again. That's why I wanted to find my notes, so I don't have to go through this thing again. Ah, no. Left. A. Okay. But at least I don't have to do it again now. Now that that's dealt with. Okay, to Kakariko village now. So yeah, I'm only missing 3 pieces of heart, and there are 2 in the desert. There's like 15 games, right? I think I have, yeah. Pretty sure I have played and completed every one of them. Let me think for a second. The one on the NES I did. Then, well, the 2 on the NES I did. Super Nintendo, Game Boy. 2 on the N64, 1 on the GameCube, well 2 if you count Twilight Princess, but that's also on the Wii, Skyward Sword, Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance, the 2 Oracle games on the Game Boy Color, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks on the DS. That leaves... And then Breath of the Wild. I think I've listed all of them. Yeah, that would be 15, yeah, and I've done all of them. I own and have played all of them. Oh no, there is Link Between Worlds as well on the 3DS, which I also played. Yeah, I forgot about Link Between Worlds on the DS, on the 3DS. And then you have games like Four Swords Adventures. I have those 2 and I've played those 2. But then there is one that I don't have that I haven't played, that's Triforce Heroes. Triforce Heroes on the 3DS I haven't bought and I haven't played. But that's more like a spin-off than anything else. And then you have things like the Game & Watch Zelda game, which I have never owned, never played, never even seen in my life. I just know that they exist. That's about it. And then, yeah, there's also the Hyrule Warriors games. I did play the one on the Wii U. I just played through the story. I never bought it, but it was lent to me for me to play. And I couldn't really get into this type of game that it is. The Warriors games. I'm a fan of Fire Emblem, for example, but because of the type of game that it is, I never got into Fire Emblem Warriors. But I think I've listed them all pretty much now. I can't have a quick look, but... Yeah, you've got the obscure stuff like BS, the Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone tablets. I did try this a little bit on emulator. Those on the GameCube, I listed them all. On the Wii as well, DS, 3DS. Re-releases and remakes, yeah, that too. Yeah, no, there was only really Triforce Heroes then that I haven't played, and looks like 19 or so. Yeah, there was only like Triforce Heroes that I can say that I've never played. Never even seen it run in front of my eyes or anything of the sort. So I couldn't tell you about that one. Why? You've played one. Well, yeah, Breath of the Wild, yeah, because I know because you mentioned it to me. Well, unless you were willing to like play them again on your older consoles. Like I think you speedrun like Diddy Kong Racing or something. Am I correct? So I assume you have at least one N64, unless you were willing to play those on the older consoles. Nintendo isn't really making things easier on their current system for you to be able to replay all these games. They like re-releasing their mini versions of systems, unfortunately. They'd rather you buy another system to play them, a classic system like their classic mini systems, rather than them releasing them on the Switch. Although, yeah, I guess the original one on the NES is up on Switch now, if you have the online subscription thing. I mean, it hasn't aged well. The two on the NES have aged poorly, I must say. You have a 64, but you stream on an emulator? Ah, okay. I mean, if you speedrun these, is it accepted as submissions? If you speedrun them on an emulator, does that count then? Or if you want your records to be registered, does it count as a... Do you absolutely have to play on the original hardware? Because I would expect it to be the case, because that's how it is in general. But I have no idea about like these games in particular. It counts, but there's an asterisk. Ah, okay. I haven't watched too much speedrunning on Diddy Kong Racing in particular, but on Mario Kart 64 I have. It always fascinates me. So not really. It's considered more legit if it is on the real hardware or something. I suppose, as it is usually the case with this sort of thing, the Japanese version is the one that people speedrun it on. Or are there like different categories for that one? How much percent do you think you have completed? Oh, up till now? Because I've already done a lot of the side questy stuff, I suppose anywhere between 60 and 70% complete. It's mostly dungeon stuff that I'm gonna have to do now. Now, if I want to be absolutely complete, there is one thing that I could still do after I'm done with everything, but that doesn't save I mean, the game doesn't keep track of it. It's fishing a Hylian Loach at the fishing spot, which I only managed to do once, but I would like to manage to do it again on stream if I can manage it. Yeah, Japanese supposedly has faster text boxes. Well, that is usually the case for text-heavy games, but I was asking about that one because it doesn't seem like a very text-heavy game. unless you were speedrunning the adventure mode, I guess. Yeah, then I would understand. Yeah, definitely. How that would be faster. I don't know if that's a category, perhaps. Because I would also assume that there are, like, time trial kind of stuff also going on in that scene. As to who can get the best time on one of the races or something. And there I would imagine that between an NTSC or an NTSTJ versions of the game, that shouldn't make a huge difference. But then again, I'm not a pro, so... Could be wrong, but I think there are 3 Gibdos on the 3DS version and not 2. Or is that a 1.0 thing, perhaps? Time trials, adventure, 100%, any percent, all characters. Ah, please. Okay, well, there was a key inside one of these caskets. Coffins or whatever. Do you have a main character in Diddy Kong Racing? Like, a main that you like to play with all the time? Because I'm wondering which one might be best. I guess TT, perhaps. Isn't it considered the fastest one or something? I would suppose so, but... Well, DT is the best, but you like Banjo and Conquer? Ah, okay. Banjo must be like a heavyweight, perhaps, or something. Like, weak acceleration, but good top speed. Banjo and Drumstick have similar top speeds. I always sucked at Diddy Kong Racing. To be honest, I never completed the adventure mode. It's the bosses that I had most trouble with. Ah, that's one of the most disgusting bosses in the whole game. Conquer has good handling. Yeah, I often played with Conquer personally. Like, casually, of course. We played it so much, we did probably 100 times. I don't know what it is, but at least when I was younger, I could never complete the adventure mode. It was more than likely due to me not doing it right, but I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I still think it's the better game between Mario Kart 64 and that one, though. If only for the fact that it has an adventure mode. And more tracks and more of everything, to be pretty much. found the lens of truth. Set it to C and press C to look through it. Mysterious things are hidden everywhere. Be sure to try to use it outside of the well. Seeing the truth will cost magic power, so press C again to stop using it. Yeah, right. See if I care. Oh, I forgot that treasure chest. And that's more like a mini dungeon more than anything else, this place. And I practically don't need the Lens of Truth because I know where everything is. Trap here, like the ground you can fall through, or is it in the next cell? I know it's not that one. Yeah, there's a trap right there in the middle. Yeah, there's one. How'd you get there again? Like this? I am. Okay, that might be the map or the compass. It's a compass. Wait, but I was like, yeah, I don't even have the map for this. Oops. Okay, I need the slingshot. This. I'm gonna put this on here. And then there's this thing over there. To the treasure chest that I haven't picked from this place. Not sure, but I may already have all of them. No, perhaps not yet. I have got to collect all the silver rupees in this place. I need bombs. Yeah, this dungeon is full of like hidden holes in the ground like this that you can't see without the Lens of Truth, and if you fall into one of them, they all lead down to this area on the ground. So you have to find your way upwards again. No, well, I think I've been everywhere now. Pretty much. This is where I came from. This is probably another dead end. This is where I got the treasure chest. Yeah, I think the last silver rupee to open up the door over there, yeah, it has to be all the way up by the exit. Got it. Yeah, there it was. Okay. What does the map have to say? Ah, I forgot one treasure chest. And I know where it is. Yeah, it's where I beat the boss earlier. They give you the lens of truth, and right in the room where you get it, there is already a hidden chest. But I forgot about it. Because they expect you to try it out as soon as you have it to see what it does. And so you're like, oh yeah, but there was another treasure chest in there. That's like a tutorial without having any text to explain to you. There it is. Yeah, 200 rupees, but I'm already maxed out, so it's going to waste. But I don't want to have to come back here once I've spent a little or something. Don't want to have to backtrack for it later, so I might as well collect it now. Yeah, and I do have a small key, so I expect the... Yeah, that door doesn't require one. Yeah, that should be pretty much everything. I don't like these guys. You hit my shield. Give me back my shield. If you don't kill it and pick up your shield straight away, it's gone forever. Well, these you can buy more of them, but... Well, that rule doesn't apply to the mirror shield because there's only one in the game, so it never disappears. It never gets eaten, I think. The tunics they do, because you can buy them again afterwards. I can get out of here now. I have completed this place. Normally this is a place that you have to visit way later, but I'm kind of breaking the sequence here. The intended sequence of the dungeons. It's only so I can get certain items early and not have to do quite as much backtracking later on. And also, it's just for the fun of not following the rules. And it does help me not forgetting anything, also. Let me think. Yeah, the minigame at Hyrule Castle. It might have to be at night, though. Yeah, I think you can only play it at night time. Yeah, those still backgrounds were badly compressed, even back in, well, or heavily compressed is what I should be saying at the time, so it looks very blurry, especially on these high definition displays that we got nowadays. Stay there, doggy. But that's cheating. I don't think I've ever even tried to get through it without the lens of truth. I just don't like luck-based stuff. I'd rather be sneaky about it. Okay, and with that, well, there are only 2 more that I need to get, and they're both in the desert, so... It's all good. And that has to be everything that Link can do as a child at this point in the game. Great, you are a real gambler. And that dog is still following me. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. I'm only missing 2 pieces of heart, and the rest, there are heart containers that I get from the bosses. Yeah, and the next thing I'm going to do on tonight's stream is play the Fire Temple, and that will be all for today. I'll just save at the entrance to the Water Temple and call it a night. Well, there's still a whole temple to tackle, of course, before this. This is the dungeon that has the background music that was famously removed by Nintendo for having some sort of like Muslim chanting in used in it or something. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to tackle the dungeon without the Goron tunic. That's not a good idea. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Here's a secret for saving me. A wall that you can destroy with the Goron's special crop will sound different than a regular wall if you hit it with your sword. Secret for saving me. There are switches in this temple that you have to cut to activate, but you cannot. You can also use the Goron's special crop to do the job. He means bombs. surprised they still take so many hits, despite the fact that I already have the big Goron sword. There was no point in me doing this now. Ah, shoot, Link. Got to jump higher than this. Yeah, because they don't give you a lot of time to do this. What next? Where does that lead again? Another Goron with a key. We found a small key. Yay! I have got to talk to him. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Let me tell you a secret as a reward for releasing me. When you are on fire, you can put it out by swinging your sword or by rolling forward. Did you know that? I was going to start rolling in the other direction. That's dead end. Yeah, this place is huge. Well, this room anyway, in particular. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In this temple, there are doors that fall down when you try to open them. When one of these doors starts to fall, move. If you use a sample of the Goron special crop, you can break it. Fake doors, yeah. Fake doors that try to splatter you. Or splat you, or whatever. However you want to call that. Okay, so this is where I was before. Yeah, I think I have to find the spot where there was a door that was locked by a key. Ah, yeah, there it is. Here's a tip. Somewhere in this temple, you're sure to meet up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. Looks like you might need some of the Goron's special crop. That's all I have to tell you. Come to think of it, I haven't had to use the bow. Well, to get to the map earlier, I had to use the bow, but it wasn't even required because there was another way to get to that chest. So this dungeon, I might not even need the bow to finish it. So I will have to remember that for my next sequence breaking if I want to try it out. But then I think I needed to complete the water temple though. Nah, it's possible. I knew I tried to sequence break the thing as much as possible when I played it last on the 3DS. That's why I was eager to do so as well here. If you find a place that you can see on the map but can't reach, try playing your Ocarina. Yeah, but unfortunately the game doesn't tell you what you have to play. And at the time I didn't even know about the Scarecrow song. So when I played it for the first time, there was an entire section of the dungeon that I couldn't reach. And I simply couldn't figure out how to get to it. I thought it was like a big secret or something, but it's actually not that hard. And it's that kind of thing when you're a kid and there's something like kind of obscure. It's kind of tough to understand. This is what I couldn't figure out as a kid. That you had to use the Scarecrow song in this spot. I could see the ledge up there, but I was always wondering maybe you get something later on in the game that helps you fly or something. And I tried and tried and tried again, and it never worked, obviously. Until I understood what you had to do, but that was not for much later. Oh, gonna run out of time, I think. Yeah, just a bit too short. Yeah, you need to not waste too much time on this thing. I wasted too much time already. For all the inconvenience of playing it in 50 Hz originally when it was released in the PAL region, it was a bit easier that way because you had more time. Yeah, those rupees are going to go to waste, but I don't want to have to step outside the dungeon, go spend some rupees and come back in just to get that one treasure chest. Allahu Akbar. Or so the music says, not me.
Watch out!
What is it again? Can you go in that direction? Yeah, okay, I get it. Oh, can I play the Song of Time from here? I don't know if you have to play it from here or if it's possible to play it from a different spot, but... Oh, no, it is. Okay. The Switch looks rusted. Oh, yeah, it's true. I don't have the treasure from this dungeon yet. Not at this point, anyway. Obviously. Yeah, it's that way. If you try to go straight for it, it's all enclosed, so you have to do like this. This is a fake door, I think. Yeah. I remembered it, but it's still funny. This is where you get the hammer, I think. Isn't it? Yeah, the Goron tell you to use bombs, but actually it's way easier to not use bombs. Just use the hook shot. It's way easier to simply use the hook shot and not follow their hints. I must have tried once, only because they said so, and found it to be way less convenient than simply using the hook shot, so I think I never used the bombs ever again. Because I think the first time I tried to beat it, I hadn't found the hints perhaps, or something like that. Or maybe I hadn't paid enough attention to it. Take the shortest route. It's way easier that way. You found the Megaton hammer. Oh, come on, Link. Hey there, Cinderwave. Game looking a little dark. Have Link turn on his nightlight. Well, the game itself is a bit dark in and of itself. But hold on, I can probably fix this a little bit. But it's just I don't want it to look like too washed out if I increase the brightness. But I can try just a little. Hold on. Just a notch. Is that better? I increased the brightness 8%. Yeah, but it does look a bit washed out already to my eyes. But hopefully you can see a bit better. That's where you need a crate here. No. It looks like you're gaming in the dark again. Yeah, but it is night over here, so... Well, yeah, but the game was a bit... Can't be good for the eyes. I have a lamp, like, right in front of me, so... I'm not playing in the complete dark. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be able to see my face. Yeah, because otherwise the game looked okay. Because if it did, I can bring the brightness down a little bit. Ah, there it is. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. A door is hidden inside the statue at the entrance to this temple. But the Goron special crop won't work on it. Don't you have anything stronger? Because maybe if I can bring the brightness down just a bit. So that it's not too dark, but not too bright either. Yeah, it's probably a little bit better that way. Which way now? Oh, up. Yeah, I know it from experience myself. I hate playing in the complete dark. Or even watching TV. I need a lamp. Internet can't handle your HD stream at the moment. Doing too much frame dropping. It's not dropping any frames on my end, at least. Yeah, I had trouble earlier. I did reset my router. And, And it fixed it, at least on my end, because OBS isn't reporting any lost frames, so... This is something I try to pay attention to. Yeah, I had to do so on mine earlier. Because I started streaming, I was starting on the forest temple and I had to stop the stream pretty much immediately. Can't even lock onto the bats. This might be the last one, actually. Yeah, I have all of them in this dungeon. Ah, another one of these. Oh, but the hammer may work on these. Can't remember. I don't have the boss key yet. Or at least I don't think so. Nor the compass? Did I forget like a huge section of the dungeon or something? Huh. That's weird. Where did I forget this? Ah, okay, no, there's a boss key. But I haven't found the compass, and I don't know why. I may have forgotten the door, I think, in the big room where there were all these rolling rocks. Rolling boulders, more like. Because there might be... Yeah, on the map over there. Yeah, it shows an area that I haven't searched, it seems. Yeah, I remember where it is. I know exactly where it is, actually. It's right before going to the room where the first mini-boss was. So it's not quite the first one that I had in mind. It's the one with the jets of fire coming out of the ground. That make like a maze. There was a door over there off to the side and I didn't go through it. It's through here, right? Yeah, straight on. Yeah, it's that door over there, but I can't get straight to it though. I had to go the long way around. Or do I? I may not have to. Yeah, there it is. Anyway. Yeah, that's the compass. And normally I think that must be all the treasure chests in the dungeon. Panda Hulk. Hey Zamba. Doing pretty good, thank you. Everything is alright. Oh no, I could have gone straight there actually. Ah, no. Not a good idea, not a good idea. How are you, Zamba? Wait. Wait, did I? I didn't drop the big thing over there? The big pillar on the ceiling? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, normally the map shouldn't show anything else. Okay. Doing good? Awesome. Yeah, that boss can take some time. Although I do have this boss is the coolest. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, although since I already have the big Goron sword, it shouldn't take too long, I suppose. Since he takes double the damage. I do like Bongo Bongo the most, personally. boss of the Shadow Temple. Apologize, it's the boss of the Fire Temple, revived by the Evil King. I don't know its weak point. I think it's already dead. Navi, I'm gonna tell you something. It's dead. Yep. Whoa! This guy's trousers are the best. His pants. They're just awesome. Awesome colors, mate. Chamber of the Sages. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Gorn race. You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. By the way, I, the Wild Darunia, turned out to be the great Sage of Fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey, brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship. You receive the Fire Medallion. Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his power to yours. Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers. That reminds me. Yeah, there is that piece of heart over there. Whoops. I thought the two of them were in the desert. I know it's perhaps a rupee in the cave that's in the middle of the desert. And then there's the one by the Spirit Temple. Yep, and then there was something in the Goron village that I could get to now that I have the hammer. To which I couldn't get to before. So anyway. Oh yeah, there's a few Skulltulas as well that I can get to now. Now those are business scrubs. Oh, and the Great Fairy inside the volcano. I almost forgot. Yeah, there are 2 Skulltulas that I can get on Death Mountain Trail. So yeah, I'm only missing 1 piece of heart now. Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Wisdom. I am going to enhance your magic power. Receive it now. Your magic meter is enhanced. Your magic power has been enhanced. Now you have twice as much magic power. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. One of these rocks is hiding Wait, or maybe it's only at night that it appears. If it's not this one, it's one of the others that are on the path here. Ah, no, okay. Okay, then there's another thing in Goron Village that required the hammer, but I didn't have it yet at the time when I first got there. And I think this must be all of them on Death Mountain. Yep, Death Mountain. Completed. Zora's Domain, I need the gauntlets to get the last one there. Oh yeah, there's still one by Ganon's castle that I need to get to. Okay, let's go to Goron Village, because there's something I need to complete over there. I think it's a treasure chest. It might be one with another yellow rupee that's also going to go to waste, like all the others that I've been collecting lately. Once you have the gauntlets, plus the hammer, you can pretty much get rid of all these rocks. Yeah, that's the one. Couldn't get to it before. Yeah, there you go, it's a huge rupee. It's not helping me much at the moment, though. Now, come to think of it, I could, I guess, buy blue potions now. Not that I will probably not even need them, but I mean, that gives me something to spend all those rupees on. I think it might actually be 100 rupees per potion. So yeah, I probably should have done that before, but I'm still going to be collecting quite a lot of rupees that otherwise I won't have a need for, so... Okay, so before I end, I'm going to do this, and then perhaps do the horse racing at long range. To try to get my cow. My very own cow. expensive in this Zelda game to get blue potions. I can't remember how much they costed in A Link to the Past, but it was also quite expensive in that one, I think. It may have been over 100 rupees, perhaps, for blue potions. Alright, let's go to the range. Where do you need those blue potions? I probably won't need them. It's simply so that I have something to spend my rupees on, because I've been maxed out for a while now. And I've been collecting like maybe 2 or 3 times a yellow rupee that was just going to waste because I didn't have the space left in my wallet to put them. Well, at least if the need arises, I will at least have something on me to... I probably won't need it for the health refill, but for magic refill, perhaps. Thank you very much for the other day. I haven't even asked you your name yet. Really? Link? That's what I thought. You're the fairy boy from the forest. That was years ago. Do you remember me? You do? I was sure it was you because Epona remembered you. Oh, I have to tell you about Mr. Ingo. He was afraid that the evil king might find out that Epona had been taken away. It really upset him. But one day, all of a sudden, he went back to being a normal, nice person. Now my dad is coming back. I can't believe it, but peace is returning to this range. It's all because of you. I owe you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Link. Epona looks great. It looks like you were able to tame her too. How about trying your skill with Epona on an obstacle course? I'll time you for 2 laps. It's pretty challenging. If you miss jumping a fence in the proper order, you'll fail. How about it? Do you want to try? You have to do it under 1 minute, I think. Or no, under 50 seconds. First, try to beat this record. If you can beat the record, I'll give you a present. Give it your best shot, okay? It's a cow. The present is a cow. Oh, that reminds me, I haven't done the race against that guy. Marathon Man. That's a bit compromised already. Okay, 48 seconds. Yeah, that's decent. You did it. 48 seconds is the new course record. I have to give you a present to commemorate your new record. The present is a little too heavy to give to you here, so I'll have it delivered to your house. Bet you can't wait to see it. Yeah, can't wait to find out that you brought a cow to my house. Alright, I'm going to race the guy that is in Gerudo Valley. It'll be one of the last things I do tonight. And checking out my cow as well. Can't remember. Isn't there another cave that you can't get into until... Oh, yeah, but that's only when Link is an adult. Okay. Yeah, because when Link is an adult, you can't get inside that cave because there's this rock blocking the way. But when Link is a kid, you can. You don't need it. Yeah. But I've already been in there, so that's okay. I don't suppose there's anything inside these other rocks. I can't remember. There's nothing there. And they respawn anyway, I think. They don't remain broken forever. Okay, fair enough. I think this is the first time I noticed that this cave over there isn't blocked by a boulder when Link is a child, but it is when he is an adult. Because I always try to get to it as an adult and never as a child before. But in this playthrough, I think, yeah, I just did it for the first time there. In that order. Yeah, there's another treasure chest over there. I think there's a cave hidden behind this tent. But I just can't remember what is there, though. I'm trying to position my horse so that as soon as the race starts, I can just run to my horse and hop on its back and be on my way. Just a hint though, you can't win that race. It's just something that Nintendo put in there so that they could challenge players to submit their time to Nintendo Magazine or something. Send your screenshots, we're going to do an official ranking in our magazine. Because I remember it back in the day, seeing the times that people had submitted to Nintendo. It was all the rage. I thought... there was a cave in the area here. That's weird. Or is it only in the 3DS version? No, that would be surprising. Or is it just that I'm getting the spot completely wrong? Oh, fair enough then. But that's weird. Hold on, let me look it up very quickly. I don't have the rumble pack, so I don't know where it is, but... Invisible Carpenter's tent in Gerudo Valley, or what? Oh, you have to play the Song of Storms, not place bombs. Oh. That's what it was. But I knew there was something there. Ah, but it's only business scrubs, though. They sell you, what, potions or something like that? Yeah, potions. And the other one sells red ones. Yeah. Ah, well. But I knew there was something there. Can't fool me. I'm the wandering, running man. I've run all over this land in search of a true competitive spirit. I beat all my challengers, man and beast. You're an athletic guy, and you look like you might have a true killer instinct too. Now that the bridge over Gerudo Valley is complete, I'm looking for a challenger to have a commemorative race against. The best time to go from here to the bridge in the Lost Woods was 2 minutes 38 seconds. That's my record. Will you challenge my record? I will. Excellent. Then, you go first. I'll give you a head start. Now, go ahead. Oh, Epona, come on! Making me waste time. Epona is afraid of every little ledge or something. And even some really tiny fences sometimes. Jump it! Okay. Yeah, I know I've already done it in under 1 minute, but I think it was 59 seconds or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Obviously, I'm gonna lose. You always lose this thing. He's always 1 second faster than you are. You did quite well, but you couldn't beat me. Your time was 1 minute 12, but I just beat you by 1 second, and that's what he always says. It was only so that I would have my own time registered in this save file, only for completion. But you already know the result in advance, obviously. Okay, my cow now. Just want to see my cow. And there it is. Oh! Link's records. Spider squished, 75. Largest fished caught, 19 pounds. Marathon time, 1 minute 12. Horse race time, 48 seconds. Horseback archery, 15:30. Alright then. This is, well, I don't think there is anything else that I can do, really. Besides warping to the next dungeon. Oh yeah, I need the blue thing here. I need this. And I think that's gonna be good. And with that, that will be the end of tonight's stream. Thank you guys for watching. So I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow the stream will be in the afternoon because I can't stream in the evenings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays because I have other stuff to do on these evenings. So tomorrow's stream will be, I think, around 1 p.m. Western Europe time. So that's noon British time, 1 p.m. Western Europe time, 2 p.m. Central Europe time, and I don't know what it is for the rest of the world, but that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching as always. Your support is very much appreciated, and I'm gonna be seeing you guys tomorrow if you want to come around and have a look at the stream at that time. Okay, bye, Zamba. Have a good night or a good afternoon, depending on where you are. Bye-bye.